communities is deeper than you and me. His power is in we, so tell the devil to flee and put him under your feet. Receiving the victory through the King of all kings. We're dreaming a big dream, awaken we won't be quiet to go to sleep. Defying the enemy, the Lion of Judah, Elohim inside of me. The tribe of Yeshua, Jehovah Nisi, El Elyon. We are aliens. Don't tell Babylon, go ahead Babylon. We gon' battle strong, go ahead bring it on. We are not alone, his heartbeat is strong. We got a new song, whose side are you on? His line has been drawn, we've waited too long. It's time to march on. Jehovah Shalom, the seed has been sown. Now his love is full grown. The essence of the mercy seat Christ belongs. The presence of his grace is through faith alone. We wrestle with his spirits, not through flesh and bone. I'm praying through these lyrics together, we press on.
Have you ever considered how a simple drinking straw is oddly similar to religions or various denominations or cultural gatherings of faith? They're about all the same as a straw. They seem to have good structure, but are in fact hollow in the middle. Both are used to leach something from your cup for thirst, or from your spiritual cup. Let's say if I take 3 straws and I use them for different representations of religions or different denominations or the Christian faith or various cultural faiths, we would need hundreds, if not thousands of straws. But for this demonstration, I will use, say, 3 straws, and we'll call them, let's say, some of the more major faiths. Catholic religion, we'll choose the Islam faith, and Christian religion. And just for demonstration purposes, what is behind the distorted square, or is blocked from your view, is what religions call, or their view of God. We will pick up the first straw, and we'll say that this is the Catholic religion. This is their thought. When you look through it and you see God, this is their view, their filter on how they view what they call God. And when you look through it, it's got quite the resemblance of him. Through straw number 2. And we see God from the point of view of the Islamic faith, and their point of view and their view of what God is to them. We'll pick up the third straw, Christian faith or religion. And there could be multiple straws, if not hundreds, maybe thousands of different variations of the Christian faith, all claiming that theirs is the right one. And we'll take this and we'll look through this straw at the representation of God for demonstration purposes of this video. And as we take a look, we can see that it's very similar to all other said religions' views. And as we remove the filter, now you can see the said object that was representation of God for the purposes of this demonstration was really just a mirror reflecting his light, kind of like what religions are, where they are just representation of God here on earth, and they teach you the way you should know him, when in turn it's meant to be personal between you and the Father. And as we get closer, you can see from the zooming of the camera that it really is just a mirror, and there's nothing behind it, and it's just propped up by a chunk log of cedar. As I pan the camera back a little further and we look at where the light was coming from, it's up in the sky, which is his sun, which gives us life. Basically, it's just a reflection off the mirror. I hope through this little demonstration for educational purposes, you will get to see that religions, faiths, different views that have been established over time of who and what God is are just that. They're man's made version of God. I mean, example being the Pope, or, for the Catholic faith, having him as a representation on the planet of said God. Or, different faiths all have the same sort of thing or religious leader. And it's just that. It's not the real God. For the evil of this world came here, and they usurped everything and stole basically the title of who and what God is, in a sense, and copycatted that and invented all these different forms and variation of things to believe in. So you would see God in it and go to those and believe in them, and that's got to be where you find God. That's why all these things compete against each other and say, well, theirs is the right way or mine is the right way. When really, like the demonstration purposes, when we pan back off the filtered object, I mean, you can clearly see it was just a mirror giving you a reflection of God from whoever's holding the mirror's point of view.